S2GFC is back. This is the series where I create my very own football club with the dream of one day winning the Champions League. But it's not going to be easy because we're starting at the very bottom in EFL League 2. And as a new club with barely any financial backing, it's going to be really hard to make progress. But nevertheless, our goal is to secure promotions as quickly as possible and become a Premier League club. Now, usually I take on the responsibility of being club owner as well as manager. But this time we're doing things differently. I'm going to have to hire a manager and leave all the tactics and transfer policies in their hands. And I know that's going to cause absolute chaos because at some point, I know I'm going to butt heads with the gaffer. But who knows, one day we could have Pep Guardiola as manager of S2GFC. Now, as club owner, looks like my first task is to find a manager for this club. And I was on the phone reaching out to managers like Eddie Howe, Unai Emery, and even Hansi Flick. It looks like Hansi Flick aired all my calls. In fact, he even filed a restraining order against me. Looks like as an EFL League 2 club, we're not really going to get a serious manager. I guess we'll figure that out later. For now, though, we got to do the basic stuff, setting up our club. Alright, we gotta name our club, and was there ever any doubt, S2GFC. And also our nickname, we're known as the Tough Cookies.
Alright. Never forget about that.
Wait, we can now pick a club mascot. Pretty sure that's new to FC26. We got an eagle, a rat. That is not something we're picking.
We were on the verge of greatness. We were this close.
I do like the goat though, although we're nowhere near being a goat club. We don't even have a manager, no sponsors, nothing. But I quite like the dragon mascot. This looks kind of cold. And I'm sure this mascot running around the field is going to intimidate all our opponents. So let's lock in the dragon. And why is our mascot working, bro? We're losing 2-0. Now, to get this club underway, there are 3 things we need to tackle. One is, of course, hiring a manager. Second is finding a stadium that we can call home. But third is probably the most important of the bunch, and that's having a sponsor. Right now, you see, our transfer budget is 0. We've literally got no money. We've just started out our new club. Unless we can get a sponsor, we're not going to have funds to do anything. Now, I was able to find a couple of shirt manufacturers to help us out. First one was Umbro. They've actually been a big part of S2GFC throughout the years. But what on earth is this fee they're offering us? Just 1 million? What? Plus, they want our entire squad to be wearing Umbro boots. And they want to sneak in a clause that if we don't get promoted, they'll charge back double the amount they gave us? What kind of a deal is this?
Well, reason for the call today, John, is something just came across my desk, John.
But thankfully, there is another offer that looks decent. It's from Castor. They're willing to offer us 3 million. That's 3 times the money Umbro was willing to give us. Now, they do have expectations of promotion, which is kind of obvious. And to be honest, that would be my goal as well. I don't want to spend too long in EFL League 2. I think this is a no-brainer. We got to take the Castor deal. The 3 million is going to come in real handy. Now, don't get too excited about this 3 million because we're yet to buy our own stadium. Now, there are a couple of options we could go for. Longville Stadium, a seating capacity of 3,920. It's the smallest stadium available, but it still costs like 1 million. Any bigger than this, we'll have to shell out like 2 million plus. I think right now as a new club, we gotta stay humble, pick the smallest stadium and build from there. And now that we've given the stadium a fresh coat of paint, the ground does feel like home already. And of course, we're renaming it to the Presa Park. You guys know why. One of the biggest club legends in S2GFC history, Javier Presa, and also his son, Cisco Presa. If you know, you know. But that does mean we are now down to 2 million. But hey, we have made progress with our checklist. The only thing that's left is now getting a manager. And I think it's clear we're not going to be able to sign a serious manager with pedigree. We're going to have to look for some rookie managers who come with inexperience, but hopefully have got managerial talent. And I have found 3 managers who seem to fit this project. The first one being Pablo Golazo, Argentinian. He likes to play a 4-3-3 attacking formation, prefers signing South American players for their passion. Ooh, he has played first division football in Argentina. But wait, he judges players based on their celebrations? And he's also got a 400k signing fee. Not gonna lie, I don't think Pablo is the man for the job. How on earth are we gonna get South American players into our team with the money we've got? It's not possible. Plus, I would rather not spend 400k on a manager as a 4th division club. Our second option is Marco Ravioli. Of course, he's Italian. Oh, likes to play 3 at the back. Celebrates clean sheets more than trophies. Got a defensive philosophy. He's a bit cheaper with 300k signing fee. But nah, bro, I don't want a defensive coach at my club. The final option we've got is Barry Thunderstone. That might be the coolest name ever. He's English, of course. He believes in Brexit football and playing a classic 4-4-2. Okay, that is sus. He hates Pep Guardiola's tactics. Oh no, is Barry Thunderstone going to be anti-football as a manager? I think he is. He could never go past EFL League 2 professionally, but he is willing to take the job for free as he's unemployed. Well, I think considering the situation we're in, we don't really have a choice. Barry Thunderstone is the only one to do this job for free. Even if it means we're going to have to play Brexit football 4-4-2. Right now, we take what we get. Barry Thunderstone, welcome to the club. He's the new gaffer. Now, I know watching Barry Thunderstone unveil that kit has piqued your curiosity. That's right, boys. Our kits for the season are ready. And not gonna lie, boys, I think I've been moved. Our home kit looks absolutely insane. The S2GFC logo in the middle, the design looks so cool. Oh, and the back with the name behind it looks so freaking awesome. Now, as club owner, I am working really hard behind the scenes so we can have these jerseys available on S2Gshop.com. I really want to see all of you guys rep S2GFC as well, but it is gonna take a bit of time. Until then, though, you could secure some other S2GFC merch, like this t-shirt or even this cheeky bottle. Links will be in the description, S2Gshop.com, and use code S2GFC to get yourself 15% off. Next up, though, we've got our away kit, which also looks really cool. I love the light blue color, a bit of pattern on the sleeves. By the way, this is how our goalkeeper kit is gonna look like. Not too bad. But we're not done yet, because we do have a third kit, which might actually be my favorite one so far. It's such a unique look. I think these are definitely the best kits we've had starting out in S2GFC series. Not gonna lie, boys, if I had to rate these kits, 10 on 10 from me, but I want to see your opinions. Rate the kits out of 10 in the comments. And also, while you're down there, make sure to like and subscribe to the channel, because S2GFC is back and we need your support. But now, guys, with all the admin stuff done, you know what time it is to unveil the class of FC26. So here's a first look at our squad, and you just know some of these players are going to end up becoming cult heroes or maybe even club legends. Maybe it's going to be the gigantic keeper we've got from Italy, Luca Gigante. What a name. 6'8" as well. Although he does have a skill issue, just 58 overall. But that seems like a trend everywhere, because our left back, Park Ji-soo, 56 rated from South Korea. I don't know how we've got an Italian and a South Korean player, but we'll take it. Now, Sebastian Finch is apparently our captain and oldest player in the squad. Doesn't look all that good with the 57 overall, but I'm liking Stephen Armstrong from Northern Ireland, 63 rated. Okay, this guy looks like a baller, man. Edward Bull, also 63 rated. Got a bit of pace as well, and the rocket ship playstyle just like Mbappe. Okay, this guy Cameron Wallace, I don't know how the overall isn't the worst thing about him. It's his stupid hairstyle. Bro is like 80% bald. He's got an island on the top of his head.
Crazy, dog.
Bro, Albie Normand out here is giving me Paul Pogba vibes. 62 overall, but he's French. He's got the bicep curl playstyle, a bit of strength. I don't think he's gonna have the technical ability of Pogba, but hey, you never know. He might just grow like crazy. We've also got an Australian player, Brandon Neal. How on earth has he ended up in EFL League 2? The same with this guy, Steve Ball, straight from America. Probably calls the sport soccer, but he's somehow here at S2GFC. He looks good though, 61 overall. Oh, I like this kid already, Neil Lane. Seems like a baller to me. 21 years old only. Up top, we've got this guy with the dreadlocks. I love the hairstyle. From South Africa, Jacob Richards. Okay, guys, this is where things get serious. Look at Nicholas Hart. The cheeky hairband, the hairstyle.
You with a headband, you are different gravy.
I can literally sense his aura, bro. And we've actually got some more information about Nicholas Hart. Of course, he's English, 5'7", but apparently in his head, he thinks he's 6 foot. Oh, you bet when he's taking team pics, he's standing up on his toes. Kind of like what Cristiano does. Also, apparently, he's never been seen without his headband. The only reason he probably does that is because he's got a giant forehead.
Yep, this is...
Also, apparently he's related to Joe Hart. Okay, but wait, there's zero proof and nobody believes him.
I've never met this man in my life.
Wait, he only wears golden colored boots to manifest winning the Premier League golden boot? No way, guys, that is actually true. He's got this golden boot on. Also, his mum still drives him to training because he's failed his driving test 4 times. Oh, you just know that once this guy starts making some money, he's gonna buy a supercar and then just end up crashing it. Hopefully not, though. But so far, early vibes of the class of FC26 is looking really positive. I think we've got a good group here, and I can't wait to find out more about all the other players that we've got. In other news, we've received a preseason tournament invite. Now, normally I'd be putting this invitation in the trash, but since we're a teeny tiny club with barely any funds, I'm really tempted to take this 480,000. Plus, I do think a preseason tournament could be a great way to just get to know this team. And also, we're gonna get to see our coach Barry Thunderstone in action. I don't know who are these fans who paid the tickets to watch this preseason game, but we have now made the trip to Spain. I again don't know who paid for the flights and everything, but what an opportunity this is to figure out how our squad really plays like. And I don't know if that's a tackle worthy of preseason. I'm surprised he didn't get booked for that. Of course, Barry Thunderstone is happy with that aggression. One thing I'll tell you, the team feels so slow. Nobody seems to be that quick. And oh my days, what on earth was that pass? And did we just get opened up? Oh my days, we conceded. 9 minutes, that's all it took. You know what? It's preseason. We don't really care about the result. We just need to figure out this team. Here's Albie Normand, our French midfielder. A lot of people comparing him to Pogba. And you know what? That was a Pogba-esque pass. Let's get it back to Albie. Some good link-up player. The passing, are you seeing that? Now a chance maybe for Bull to put in a cross, which he does, and we can't get on the end of it. Here's Nicholas Hart, bro, the player I want to see perform as he finds the pass for Bull, who cuts this one back. No! Okay, our defense just got cooked right there, and Luca Gigante, that was a gigantic error from him. And what just happened? Did we just push our opponents into the net? Okay, I can see this team has got super aggression, but they've got no talent to show for it, which is a really worrying sign. But then again, we are facing a Spanish club that are 2 divisions above us. Even scoring a goal in this game would be a big deal. And maybe we could get that now as Hart is broken through. Of course, it's Nicholas Hart. The number 10 of our team gets the first goal. I think we all knew this was going to happen. Defensively, though, is where we're struggling. Luca Gigante finally with the save. Do you know another player that's been super impressive? Park Ji-soo, the South Korean. He marauds down this left side, man. Look at the link-up player. Could be a chance. Richard shoots and it's a save from the keeper. Now, who's the set-piece taker of this team? Okay, I think it's no one. Looks like Edward Bull is the best set-piece taker. We're gonna let him whip this one in, and Richards with the header. He's the big man up top. That wasn't too bad, you know. I'm honestly loving Edward Bull down the left side. He's really good, and he's got Nicholas Hart to help him set up as Bull looks for the cross. Richards through. How did he not score? Honestly, even our midfielder, Steve Ball, looks like he can actually ball. Albie Normand, I mean, he's far from Paul Pogba, but he's not bad at all. What I'm really worried about is our defense, because Armstrong is okay, but he's slow. Finch surprisingly feels good on the ball, but truth be told, he is super low rated. Our right back is tragic, bro. This Fall guy, yeah, he's bad. Oh, on the breakaway, we could do something as Steve Bull looking for the release of Lane. Oh, that touch. I gotta realize these are semi-professional players that we're basically coaching. They're not all gonna have perfect touches, and defensively, they are gonna be chaotic. Luca Gigante again. One player that's really impressed me, though, is, of course, Nicholas Hart. He's just got that talent, bro. Like, whenever he gets the ball, I know something can happen, and here he goes. Low on stamina, but he does not give up. Nicholas Hart with another lovely finish. This kid has got aura, man. Legit. And full-time, man, and it's good to see our players disappointed after not winning. That's the mentality we want at S2GFC. And honestly, the fact that we were able to get a draw, I'm calling that a really successful preseason. We didn't win, but we figured out a lot about this team. One major thing is, though, that this Fall guy, he ain't good. We do have another right back in the club that's 50 rated, but he's 17. I would rather take a risk with him. Apart from that, I would love to bring in another defender, because our captain, Finch, okay, weirdly enough, he's got all the play styles. I wonder why that is. Okay, we've got a player profile here about Sebastian Finch, our captain. He's 30 years old, English, the lowest rated rotated starter, but nobody dares to question his place in the team because he's earned every minute. He's got a notebook in his locker with tactical notes on every opponent. 57 overall, but he's got 6 play styles. What he lacks in talent, he makes up for knowing every dirty trick in the book. And you know what? I could see that. He didn't feel fast. He didn't feel that great at tackling and all. But all these play styles he's earned through years of training, and that's why he kind of still feels good. He was also offered a coaching role at another club, but he turned it down because he thinks he isn't done yet. He's still got legs. Fair enough, Finch.
Let's go get these.
Even after reading all that, though, I do think we could do with some depth in the centre-back department. That is going to be on my transfer targets. Besides that, I think right-back is a place where we can improve. Striker as well. Coincidentally, we've only got 2 strikers. I feel like this squad was set up for a 1-striker formation. That's why we've only got Nicholas Hart and Richards at the club. But because we've got Barry Thunderstone as the gaffer, who only likes to play a 4-4-2, we kind of got to get another striker for squad depth. Okay, we did get the extra money from Preseason. 2.5 million. Probably should be good enough for like 1 or maybe 2 decent signings. But wait a minute. The gaffer Barry Thunderstone wants to have a meeting. Hello, good sir Barry Thunderstone. Excited to have a chat with you, but I'm wondering what was so urgent that we couldn't get this done on a call.
Boss, I know you're looking to sign more players, but that is not what I want. You've got to invest in the staff. Right now it's just me and the groundsman Lenny. I don't think he's even getting paid. I need full-time staff at the club to help with the development of our players. I'll be very disappointed if instead you just give me more signings.
And looks like as the club owner, I've got a choice to make. I can either go ahead and just make the signings anyway, because hey, I'm the club owner. It's Barry Thunderstone's job to deal with the players. Or I could listen to him and invest in our coaching department. It would keep him happy as well, and we need a happy camp if we want success. And to be honest, boys, this is a sensible decision. If we want to be a serious club, we do need an amazing coaching staff. Now, this is going to cost money. We're probably going to run out of our budget doing it. Forget the budget. We've literally run out of capacity. We could only hire 4 people, but at least now the manager's got 1 scout in every department to train our players. But yikes, boys, that just destroyed our budget down to 1.2 million. I very much doubt we're making any signings in this first window. In other news, I've just got a message from Sebastian Finch, our captain. Greetings, boss. I know I'm old, but I still believe I can do the job, and I hope you'll trust me with the armband. Not gonna lie, boys, I was thinking about maybe young, 22, 54 rated centre-back, maybe starting to develop him. But since the captain Finch has come out with a message like that, it would be rude not to give him a chance. And all these playstyles that he's got, because of it, he could actually end up being really OP in game. And come on, guys, for our EFL League 2 debut, I think we need Finch starting with the armband. I'm also playing this Lister kid. He's now 18, 50 overall is tragic, but this Fall guy was just awful. Now, my transfer plan so far in this window has really been non-existent, and that's because of Barry Thunderstone. He didn't want me to sign players, and now we gotta hope that he's got this team in his 4-4-2 playing good football and cooking. But right now, we almost got opened up in the first attack itself, and we just about cleared the ball away. To be honest, so early on in the series, we're trying to just figure out the team, but right now, we almost conceded Gigante there. I think his extra height was what saved him there. But yeah, as I was saying, because we're like figuring out the team, which players are good and everything, maybe we shouldn't just focus on transfers, just getting to know this squad better, and then in January, if we've got the cash, we can do something. Also, we haven't spoken much about the youth academy. That is something we need to look into, as here's Albie Normand. Could look for a pass inside, but no, it just missed everyone. And what is Hart doing? Even Messi wouldn't be able to score from there. So why did Hart even attempt that? I don't like the amount of times we've been opened up here, and Luca Gigante again with the save. I'm worried now. I'm really worried. Gigante, he can't get there. He's too big. He can't move. Well, that is the first official goal that we've conceded, and Gigante actually got nutmegged. Finch is just tracking back right now, handling things, and he defended that really well, as I saw a bit of a knock on Armstrong. Oh, this is bad news. A bit of good news. It looks like Armstrong has managed to walk his injury out. I didn't want to sub him off, so that's a good thing, although we almost conceded again. Not gonna lie, this 4-4-2 that Barry Thunderstone has got, I don't know if it's really working, although maybe now it is, as Paul's got the ball. He's gonna cut this one back. Richards, the South African striker, should have scored that. Okay, that last attack is giving me hope that maybe in the second half we could conjure up something. Oh, but now things are getting scrappy out here. Normand looking for Hart. And this is where things could get interesting here. Lane looking for the ball for Nicholas Hart. That was an open chance. But Okay, Lane has an opportunity. He went for it. Keeper saved. And why is Steve Ball getting a booking, man? I'm sure the American doesn't even know what this yellow card means.
Exactly. Okay. It's not when the vinegar catches the ball. Exactly. Okay. It's when ketchup catches the ball. Yes, I understand.
Okay, this looks promising now. If Nicholas Hart can get out of pressure, he can. Looking for Lane. And here we go now. Richards on the ball. See Steve on the left. Go on, Steve. This is a chance now. Steve cutting it back for Nicholas Hart. And no. How on earth did we miss that? We tried everything, but first game ends in defeat in EFL League 2. Now, after the game, Barry Thunderstone was getting grilled by the media. They were questioning how a manager with no coaching licenses like him could even compete at this level. And that's why I decided to back my manager, Barry Thunderstone. I just made a post praising the team's tactics and the way they played, the energy they showed. Because to be honest, the team deserved a point. And hey, if we've chosen Barry to be the manager, we gotta back him. Meanwhile, mid-season, Albie Normand, our French midfielder, he's requesting a day off to deal with a personal matter. What could be so important to miss a professional football game?
Ooh. Say ooh.
To be honest, I've got Albie Normand's player profile here, and this explains a few things about him. His mum works 2 jobs back in France to support the family, and he sends half his League 2 wages back home every month. Okay, now I kind of feel bad. Albie Normand out here is just working hard for his family, man. We're gonna give him the time off, whatever he needs. I already get the feeling from him that he's an incredible player at this level, but now I know that he's an incredible person too. Saying that, he does have a few weird quirks about him. He refuses to eat the post-match meal and brings his own baguette and cheese to every away game. He's the biggest Pogba fan in the world, watches his entire YouTube compilations before every match. Well, hopefully then he'll score some long shots like Pogba. Oh, but this is not nice. A youth coach in France once told him that he'd never make it. To be fair, he hasn't made it, boys. He's still playing in EFL League 2. There's still time to prove that guy wrong. Oh, but this one is annoying. He keeps telling the squad he'll go back to France when a big club calls, although his phone has been silent for 2 years. But yes, for this next game, we're gonna have to rest Albie Normand. I think we'll play the Australian Brandon Neal. We'll see what he's about in that midfield. Also, I kind of want to test out Wallace, the man who's got an island on his head. I can't lie, the vibes are immaculate at a home stadium. The colors just pop. And with that, maybe Wallace could do something, as it's a cross, and it's an awful cross. He's 53 rated, bro. I don't think I should be expecting too much from him. One thing I gotta praise, though, is that Sebastian Finch, I think he can still do the job. He may be the lowest rated player in the team, but I still feel like defensively he knows all those tricks. There's, of course, Barry Thunderstone. Question marks on him from the media, but as owner, I've backed him. Do you know what? Set pieces, we need to be more menacing, man. We do have a few big players in the box. Just need a good delivery coming in, and it's just awful. Lane, looking to strike one from distance. At least it's a shot on target. Haven't spoken much about our number 7, Lane. I do think he is a bit of a baller. Uh-oh, but right now we've got to be worried about conceding. Luca Gigante, bro. He's actually been really decent, even though we have conceded quite a few goals here and there. But you know what? If your goalkeeper's the best player, you know you've got a problem. Although right now, a bit of space here. Steve with a good ball for Wallace, who could whip it across. It's decent, but on number 7, Lane. Well, heading is definitely not one of his specialities. You know what the problem is right now? We're not able to get the ball to Nicholas Hart because he is the one who can conjure up magic. And without Albie Normand in the midfield, things really aren't the same. The Australian Neil, he's okay. In fact, I don't think he's okay. He is pretty darn average, you know. Can we not concede Luca Gigante again? Lane? Oh, that's a good ball here for Richards. And I do see Lister making a solid run. He tries for the early cross, didn't work. Bro, the more I use this team, the more I realize a right back is an absolute priority soon. And also a striker, because we're really struggling for goals right now. On that same right side is where we're getting exposed. It's Lane who tracked back a lot, and Gigante makes the save. I'm feeling like, okay, if we can't go into the market for players, maybe we need to focus on setting up our youth academy, because we need new talent. No, what a challenge from Park Ji-soo. Wait, how did the ref call a foul for that? Shocking refereeing in EFL League 2, and that could end up costing us, yeah? And hopefully not. Oh, that was so close. Right now, I don't even care about the win. Just give me a point, man. Let's get something on the board. And okay, here's Wallace. I do see a good run being made. Richards, he can't win the header. Oh, 4 minutes added on means something could happen here. Neil, looking for Lane. Finding space. Maybe a shot from distance, but that was woeful. And looks like we are gonna get a point, but it feels disappointing because I felt like we could win here. This guy who's got literally an island on his head was just awful, man. Wallace, Edward Bull is just taking away your spot. Nah, bro, even the gaffer ignored Wallace. Not gonna lie, it does feel good that we've at least got a point on the board. But man, 20th is not where we want to be. We want to be climbing up and getting more wins. We're still chasing that first win. I know it's gonna come soon. By the way, can I just say how impressed I was with Neil Lane? I know he missed a few sitters, but our number 7 was driving the ball constantly, trying to make stuff happen. Oh, he's got a 5-star weak foot. Oh, but also only 2-star skills. But no wonder he felt really good as a proper winger. Huh, he might actually be one of the better players in this team just because of that. And we do have some lore about him to get to know him better. He grew up idolizing David Beckham, but the only thing they have in common is playing right mid. Because yeah, that's true. Even though Neil Lane is 2-footed, bro's got 58 crossing. He ain't even lacing David Beckham's boots. He wears the number 7 shirt and has already told the club shop to print Lane 7 merch. Who's gonna buy that? He's never scored a goal from outside the box, but he takes a long-range shot every game. And hold on, I think he did try a long shot in that last game, but the keeper just caught it. And also, Nicholas Hart's mom drives him to training. Both Hart and Lane carpool together, and Lane sits in the back. To be fair, Neil Lane is a bit younger at 21. Not having a driving license, I guess, is fine. To be fair, he's earning like $450 per week. He ain't affording a car anyways. Now, wait a minute. I've just received an email from the English FA. As your club is bound to face a Premier League club soon, the FA has been notified that S2GFC's facilities are inadequate to take part in the Carabao Cup. If you don't invest $400,000 in upgrades, S2GFC will be disqualified the next time they play at home. Come on, man. $400K in upgrades? That's gonna get my budget down to $800. I still need to figure out a youth academy and maybe some signings for the team. There's so much to do. I don't want to be losing money like this. And by the way, in round 1 of the Carabao Cup, we've drawn Southampton. They're literally in the championship. We've got no hopes of competing against them. We're probably going to lose and then not even have a home game. But we only get to make the upgrades right now. It won't count after we've begun our run in the competition. So we got to make a call now. Do we spend the 400K or risk getting disqualified if we beat Southampton? This is a big call, man. It could really decide how we approach the youth academy. Because you bet I don't want to keep a 1-star scout. I want to try and hire an expensive scout because that's the only way we'll get talent. Do you know what? I think I'm going to need your help on this. What do you guys think? Should I pay the stadium upgrade fees to, take part in the Carabao Cup? Or do I accept disqualification when the time comes? Let me know in the comment section. And don't forget, boys, Barry Thunderstone will be taking press conferences here and there. So keep them questions coming. The good ones he will be asked. And also, we're going to have the occasional unexpected event pop up. Not every episode, but keep them coming in. If there's anything interesting, you guys can really impact the series. I want you guys to cook with all of these comments. But right now, guys, I feel like the easiest answer to all our solutions, getting our money up. And I feel the only way we could do that is by getting a shirt sponsor. The journey has only just begun. We've got to know our team a little bit, figured out who are the ballers. But there's still so much to learn about these boys. And there's so much to do to improve the team. The journey to the top with S2GFC has only just begun.